G'day guys and welcome to another one of my Digimon ReArise videos. So it's just been announced that Gallantmon Crimson Mode is coming to the global side as the next banner. So I thought this is a great time to do a full gameplay showcase for him and have an in-depth look at this Digimon so you can decide if you want to summon for him or not when he drops in a couple of days, or he might already be live by the time you're watching this video. Hey, make sure you leave a like if you are pumped for Gallantmon Crimson Mode and check that you're subscribed as well. So, Gallantmon Crimson Mode, as always, we will have a look at his stats and his skills. Then we'll jump into the game and we'll check him out in Clash Battle, Underworld Dungeon, and of course, PvP. So I'm going to compare his stats to a couple of Digimon that you might see in the meta at the moment. Particularly look at Ravemon Burst Mode and Azulongmon because they're the most recent kind of meta blue Digimon that I'll be comparing him to. Let's start with HP. So his HP is really good for a blue Digimon. Like compared to Baihumon who's running 10,000 HP, obviously it's going to be lower than that. 8-9 isn't too bad. Ravemon is the next bulkiest who's at 8-9 as well. But if you go back, like Gabumon, I know the stats are buffed, that's a bad example. Imperial Dramon here, 7,500, pretty bulky HP. Good for a good start for his stats. Let's have a look and sort by tech. And have a look at this. We have a new king in the tech department. 6928 tech. It's just a little bit higher than Ravemon Burst Mode, who has ridiculously high tech. His tech is really, really top tier. So a new tech king, which is great to see because he's at the top of the rankings here. Let's have a look at his defense. Still really, really high. It's less than Heavy Leomon, more than Ravemon. It's more than Baihumon, so it's actually an impressive defense. 34-15. What's Baihu rocking? 31. Wow. Pretty chunky for a blue Digimon. Plus, he's got a little bit of defensive utility in his kit as well, which we'll have a look at really, really soon. Finally, speed. Just a classic speed. 40 speed. Cancel that. Not a classic speed. That is fast. What's Baihu? Baihu's super fast, 48. But compared to Oryukin, who's running 30, which I believe is a classic blue speed, he's even quicker. Stats wise, really good. That's a great start for Gallantmon Crimson Mode. You should already be interested. Let's have a look at his skills now. His main skill at skill level 10, 725 to one enemy, ignores block, 3.5 crit multiplier. Standard single target, destroyer. Sub skill, 570 to a single enemy again, and 65% to all allies tech for 2 turns. So that buffs up. So it might be beneficial to run his sub skill and then his main skill so you can get the most out of him, unless his tech's being buffed by another source. You can probably already tell both his skills are single target, but they have pretty good multipliers. 725 and 570, 3.5 crit multiplier is really good too. His passive skill is timeless. I love this passive skill and it's always going to be fantastic. Firstly, let self evade 3 attacks forever. That's really good. Can't be cleared by any debuffers. You literally have to hit him 3 times to get rid of that. Really, really solid. Adds to that defensive capability. Lets himself deal double damage to red enemies. I think this is one of the best passes in the game. Reduces blue allies' next skill cooldown by 70%. 3 times. Not just himself, all blue allies. It's so powerful, and that's what makes this Digimon so timeless. I don't think he's ever going to age. Even if he's not top tier, he's got single target skills, yeah, whatever. Whack him on with the newest blue Digimon, and just watch him absolutely destroy with 70% cooldown. He can boost their tech. His support, a little bit of defense, and single target damage all mixed into one. Really, really good. He also has 25% crit and 800 HP plugins. If you can't tell already, this guy is good, like really good. If you want to see more, we're going to jump into the game now. We're going to start with Clash Battle, and if you haven't figured it out, He's good in Clash Battle. Single target skills are great for Clash Battle because they normally have a higher multiplier. Mix that in with his critical damage. Let's just have a look. Let's just jump into the game and see how he goes. Okay, here we are in Clash Battle. I'm up against Dukemon raid here, specifically because of Gallantmon Crimson Mode's ability to hit harder on red Digimon. So we're really getting his max potential here. I've got it kitted out with a little bit of crit, but I've also got Chaosmon here to boost his crit and reduce the enemy's tech resistance. Wisemon as a tech buffer. Lucemon here, he reduces defense, and Rosenmon, who's not going to do anything because we are going to absolutely blitz this raid. Have a look at how much power you can get out from a Gallantmon Crimson Mode. This is in pretty optimal conditions. 80% tech buff there. This is a 70% defense reduction. Now watch this. Bruh, 1.3 million almost. With that 70% cooldown reduction, 400k on his sub skill, guess what? His main skill's already back up again. Let's get another 1.3 million damage. Bro, we just cleared a level 10 in less than a minute. Like, so ridiculous. Clash Battle, he is one of the best, if not the best tech Clash Battle Digimon in the entire game. That cooldown reduction is ridiculously good. His damage, because it's single target, is always going to be really, really high. Crit multiplier, boosts his own tech with his sub, like, crazy good. Z tier friggin' beast. Like, the best Clash tech Digimon you're going to get for a while. Let's jump over into the Underworld Dungeon now and see if he has any uses there before we pop into PvP. Okay, going to kick off our Underworld Dungeon showcase now. I'm running him with a pretty blue-heavy team, just so we can make use of that cooldown reduction. I've got Lucemon Satan Mode for status protection. Shikakumon can buff blue Digimon, and the Kirinmon is there for a few heals. Things to note, his 2 stacks of evasion come back every single wave, which is amazing for defensive utility. You just need a bit of status protection there. His cooldown reduction, it lasts 3 skills, but it resets every stage. So basically, all of your blue Digimon will be getting cooldown reduction all of the time. Obviously, he is held back by his single target skills. Like, you're going to be one-shotting most things, but it's only one Digimon. So if you're up against a wave of 4, 5, even 3, it's not ideal. But as you can see, oh, here's his friendship seal. Really cool, huh? As you can see, the usefulness if you pair him with another blue Digimon, even if the other blue Digimon's a hard hitter, is amazing. He's going to survive ages with that evasion. Just give him a little bit of status protection. And he is pretty viable in the Underworld Dungeon. Not S tier, probably A+. Oh, borderline. The cooldown is so good in the Underworld Dungeon, so he does have a high cost, obviously. He's an Ultra/Mega, so that's something to look out for too. Now, what everyone's been waiting for, we're going to jump over into PvP and test him out. And here we are in PvP. I'm running a little bit of a different team, really focusing on blue Digimon to make use of that cooldown reduction. I've got Chaosmon here for support. You could easily sub in Skull Satamon in that position. Lucemon Satan Mode for status protection. Of course, Gallantmon Crimson Mode. I'm running Swart D, who should be coming to Global fairly soon. I've already got a showcase up and running for him, but he is really good with cooldown reduction and his Death Mark. And Heavy Liam on there just for a little bit of defensive utility. So you can basically build a team like this on Global, almost, with a few substitutes for the support role and maybe another hard hitter. So let's see how we go. Or this is going to be good because they are running 4 red Digimon. So Gallantmon Crimson mode is going to be except for damage limiters, which I guess is one of his weaknesses, but he's going to be able to absolutely clean up if we can get any skills off on that Beelzemon, the War Greymon, or the Merciful mode here. So let's see what we can do. As you can see, that cooldown reduction is super amazing. Again on the damage limiter. Let's see if the sub skill. Boom. One shot. Get out of here, and this should finish him off. Bro, 27,000. That's killing every single Digimon in the game. If they're red, you just got to get rid of evasion, you just got to get rid of damage limiters, and he can do the job. Single target, I know it's annoying, but I think the rest of his kit makes up for that single target in PvP at least. In other game modes, especially Clash, the single target is amazing. Alright, what do we got here? Pretty bulky team. I'm going to start with Heavy Leomon, try and get some fade off. With Zwart D, such a good combo, man. Look at that. I can almost get my main skill on Zwart off again and just get those fades rolling. It's so good. Alright, now Chaos. I still got that damage limiter, and he's going to target the Omegamon because he is drawn to red Digimon. What's he got? 1 limiter left. If I can clear that, try and get a fade. Alright, now he should just be able to sweep the rest of the team. Everyone's waiting for Ressenmon. But Crimson mode, I don't know, man. Oh, we got the fade off. Oh, the Shine is immune because of that turtle. That's fine. Should be able to... Oh, it's going to be a close one. Can this one-shot? Can this one-shot? 15,000, man. Probably would have been closer. Someone has crazy HP with his passive, but you can see that cooldown. We've used it all up. That was a full cooldown, but comes in handy. I'll tell you what, because it's for all your blue allies, it's so good. I haven't really had a focus on his evasion yet, but his evasion is amazing because it can't be cleared. 2 stacks of it. He'll often be one of the last Digimon left on your side of the field. Just got to watch those statuses, which is why Lucimon's a great partner. Oh, no fade, no fade. Great. Alright, here we go. Get Heavy Leomon off. And now let's just try and... Look at that. Beelzemon. What Beelzemon? 35,000. Beelzemon who? Another one-shot. Like, it's ridiculous. It's so... Single target is bad, but it's good. It's something you kind of learn to live with. Come on, another one shot. That's 3. Can we solo the whole team here? Oh, the evasion. There you go. That's what wrecks him. Evasions, damage limiters. Oh, let's see if we can finish him off here. It took 46,000. It took 4 skills, but we did it. We cleared him. Amazing. Amazing. And hopefully this video has given you a really good insight into what Gallantmon Crimson mode can do. Mine is level 110, skill level 10, so he's hitting really hard and he's doing a great job in pretty much every game mode. Single target skill is the only thing that lets him down in PvP, but that passive definitely makes up for it. I think it's going to be really hard to skip this banner. It's a tricky one. Let me know down below, will you be summoning for this guy? Look, if you get him, he's not going to be bad. He's still good. The passive, as I said before, is timeless. That cooldown reduction and permanent evasion is amazing. I love it. Especially if you're facing any red Digimon, he's just going to obliterate them. Definitely a super solid top tier Digimon. Overall, I'd say Underworld Clash Battle, Z tier, like crazy good. Underworld Dungeon, probably A+, maybe S. He's pretty good. Held back by that single target skill. PvP, depending on the team you can put him with, anywhere from S to S+, or A+ to S+, depending on what other Digimon you can pair with him. Really opens up team building, a world of possibilities, like crazy status teams, crazy friggin' evasion teams. Just, I love him. Great Digimon. As I said, comment down below, are you summoning for this guy? Make sure you check out my other Digimon ReArise videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.